people to walk under the ball. Impossible. So we've been given, we don't know. We don't know. We accept that we don't know. We don't know what's above us either, like more than 10 miles, 20 miles. We don't know.
It's possible to fall and down.
We don't know that. But if you sit on a ball, you fall off the ball every time. You couldn't walk under a ball. In reality, they say, oh, gravity, relativity, and these are going to let you walk under the ball. No, these are just ideas, theories. And it's become a belief system that everybody believes that we live on a globe. And we're given science that we can't test for ourselves. And we're given NASA. NASA, they went to the moon, they say, but you can easily demonstrate they never did. The International Space Station, you can show how they're doing the spacewalk in a swimming pool. The spacewalk, they do that in a swimming pool. And they use harnesses to float, pretend that they're flying or floating. Or they use a zero-G airplane that simulates zero gravity. And they do that like a Hollywood production. They turn it all into a movie.
Als observation. Observation. Zoveel.
Why do they? Because that idea, I mean, some people believe that Muhammad was the prophet and Jesus, because people believe, people have been given this idea to believe. Why do we think it's round when in fact all the lakes in Switzerland are level? Lake Lucerne, like you name it, any lake you want, is level from one beach to the other. But they say there should be 8 inches mile square of curvature. If you live on a marble, if you live on a ball, we can't measure it because we can see 100 miles or 50 miles over that water, and there's no curving. So why do people believe that we live on a ball? Because science, all the science pushes us that way. To say, oh, if a ball gets, if a thing gets big enough, it will get its own gravity. And that gravity will give it special power. But we can't demonstrate that in the lab. In the science lab, we can't show that. I come from South Africa. We used to fly from underneath the ball, like this to England or whatever, and you never know it. It just feels like the plane is flying all the time. When you go, if you look at the clouds, okay, when you look in the distance, you see the clouds, they look like they're touching the ground, they're going around like this. When you go in the clouds, level, as far as the eye can see. It does seem like it, but we can't measure that. We can't measure that. What you get is atmospheric effects that make it look like that. It's the Suez Canal, 120 miles on the left. When they say over 120 miles, they shoot 2,000 miles. 2 kilometers. No level. Water in Switzerland, you know this. Water is in a lake, and you break the lake, it's going to fall down the street.
Vamos, was je dat moeten maken?
When it gets to the
Wees je dat moeten maken?
it's going to stop.
Wees je dat moeten maken?
There's only one sea level. All mountains in Switzerland are 2,000, 3,000 meters above sea level. Which sea level? Africa sea level? America sea level? Australia sea level is minus 5,000 miles or something. It's crazy. It makes no sense. We've all been given this idea that gravity is all we need, and that we live in a violent universe full of galaxies and asteroids and all of this sort of stuff. Why do they give that to you? So that you will, like the church used to say, come to me, the church, and I will protect you. Well, now the government says, come to me, and I will protect you from all these dangerous things that are out in the universe. What if this is a flat earth? That means that this earth has been created for us to live in, have a beautiful experience, and not be like slaves. Because most of us end up being slaves. I'm going to go to maybe you would realize that there was more land. Some people say there's more land, and that there's infinite resources. So that we never have to struggle for petrol, oil, materials, all these sorts of things, and land. You wouldn't have to spend your whole life working simply to have a home. Because as today, most people will grow up and pay a mortgage or a bank to have a home. And they will pay the bank plus interest. They have 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, simply to have a home. What if there was infinite land and you didn't have to pay for a home? You could get some land, farm the land, you could do what you want on that land. and no one could tell you how to be, because in fact you are meant to be sovereign, you are meant to be the king, you're meant to be at the top here. But what they've done is they've made us right at the bottom of the pyramid. People are
Look at that
slaves.
What is it? A ship that drives in one way.
Yes,
You can't see it this kind of wide.
yes. That's what they tell us. But what if I was to say to you that this tram over here, when it goes away from us, it's like 2 miles, we won't see it anymore. Does that mean it's gone over the ball, or it just got too small because it's gone too far away? You see, when something goes away from you, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So that's why you can't see the tops of the mountains from until you get closer and closer. Right? Well, the ship is the same. And you use the top of the ship last, because the top of the ship, like the top of the mountain, is the highest part. So you can see the top of the mountain first, and as you get closer, you see the bottom of the mountain, right? Well, the same is true with the ship. One, our atmosphere is full of water. So as you go, things go away, it gets harder and harder to see, but it gets smaller and smaller. So eventually it looks like it's gone away.
So if you fly one way, you say you're not coming back.
Let me show you my map. I've got a flat earth map. This logo here is the United Nations flag. This is the United Nations logo, and this is what we say the Earth might look like on a flat projection. We think that there's a magnet or magnetic north. So when you fly east, you fly this way. When you fly west, you fly this way around the world. No problem at all. Well, I think that the moon is a light. I don't think it's a ball. When you look up at the sky and we look closely at the moon, it looks like a round thing, like a frisbee or a plate. We don't know that it's a ball. Only NASA and Hollywood and Disney tells us it's a ball, but then our eyes can only see the disc, a round thing. But round like a circle, not round like a ball. We can't tell that it's a ball. That's why they say there's the dark side of the moon, because we've never taken one around the back of the moon.
When a ship is
Sailing, yeah. That's right.
Where is the ship going?
They say that it's gone over the curve, but when we take a powerful telescope or a powerful camera, we can bring the ship back. After it's gone away, leave it 10 minutes, and it goes, there it is. And I can watch it for another hour, say it over level water. And then I go into an aeroplane, yeah? Look at it. What happened? Well, in the 1950s, the after that, they shut it down because they tried to shoot it. They said no one's allowed to go there. So we don't know what's beyond. Around. Like Captain Cook is 6,000 miles around.
Would you like one? Would you like?
I try to understand. It says some is right.
Her language will be here. What language?
There and the ears not.
You like?
Yeah.
Hello! We're in Bern, my friends. And we're going to burn Bern with some truth. The truth is, water is always level. The sea... Yeah, sure. Research... Oh, well, globe light, yes. Because the globe is impossible. Well, because, one, things don't float. In reality, in my world, things don't float. Things get lifted up and they'll fall back down to the ground. Two, water will never conform to the outside of a shape. Water always has to be in a bowl, in a cup, in a lake, in a pit. in a sea, water. Yes? And we say sea level and water level because we know that when they're at rest, they are perfectly level. So we say Earth is 72% water, and therefore most of it is level with the rocks, continents in the pool that is our ocean. We say that the entirety of our science is very misleading to get people to believe that they are Darwinian.
What is that video of yours?
It's a YouTube channel.
What is it?
It's a YouTube channel. It's live at the moment, and it's Jason of the Disbury family. If you look it up, it's the channel we're using to go around Europe. So we're stopping in every capital in Europe.
The Goldilocks zone, and you guys just have this asteroids that can wipe you out at any time.
You just have one light. There's like people that do not want to get them filmed.
The thing is, though, I mean, if people see the camera, they don't want to be filmed. They'll turn it away. But
You film it. There's people like my friends they ask themselves why are you filming?
okay, but at the same time, security cameras everywhere. Police film all the time. So we're only doing what everybody else
That's
does
on
anyway.
YouTube and
Yeah.
cameras are on YouTube.
I know, but you're allowed to film in a public place. You know, people are allowed to film in a public place.
Yeah, but if we talk with someone, if you talk, you can hear us talk, and mostly you have to ask the people that you talk with to interview them.
Yeah, I mean, if someone doesn't want to be on the camera, I'll turn the camera away. They can just tell me.
Then it's too late. It's already
But then if we travel there, we will bring people with us that can speak the language. Yeah. Well, you can go to our website there and check out more information, globali.co.uk or FEStar.
I really interested to be part of like members.
Yeah?
Based on Asian.
Yeah, all right. Wow, well, I hadn't actually thought about the Asian angle, but I think that's useful.
Especially Indonesia.
Indonesia? Yeah, okay.
Let's make a meeting.
Yeah?
Explain me more
Yeah?
and then I can translate to English because not long of Singapore,
No.
either Malaysia or
We only did it for the countries we were visiting on this tour. So we were going to about 50 countries, which is why we did these languages.
Can I search your to the internet?
Yes, I'll give you my email address and we can communicate like that.
I think there are people. Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Between Singapore, my country is Indonesia, but I'm resident in Singapore. Also.
Okay.
Before I moved.
I mean, I've heard that there are people in Indonesia talking about this.
Flat
So
Earth.
if you look at it in your own language, I think there will be already people that are talking about it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I've heard that.
Because the people need to take back this truth for themselves, and then we can liberate our hearts and minds. You know, we're not looking to overthrow the government, but we're looking
How
to
many
free-
percentage like European?
At the
I
moment,
mean, it's open.
I'd say 0.5%, maybe 1%. Yeah, maybe 1%. You know, but it's a slow thing. I mean, in the 4 years I've been looking at it, there's a lot more people now.
Yeah.
So in 5 years' time,
Because from my, I 0.1, the woman here, like in two bodies, and then she might.
yeah. We get a lot of that. People, it makes them angry because we're saying that everything they believe in is probably untrue, and the whole reality that we've been given is probably not true. So we need to start again. We need to rediscover who we are. We need to remember who we really are. Yeah, this lie of you're just an animal that became a human, you know, evolved into a human, nonsense. You know, humans are meant to be at the top of the pyramid, not at the bottom of the pyramid like we are at the moment. So we need to free our hearts and our minds, our bodies, our soul.
And the soul.
Soul,
Wonderful.
because the soul is what they're trying to hold back. They're trying to hold back the soul, and they offer us lots of inducements, jobs and materialism and
You know
things.
that people in the pyramid on top is material.
Yes, not the soul.
Not the soul at all.
Yeah.
The soul
Right.
can be buying before. That's the soul. When
So-
they are a bit relaxed, they can music, something like that. That's it. As always, go to the circles of the material. And see what happens. Try to be like that. but my country, as I come from Indonesia, I think is in the middle, so a bit.
I've just been told that there's a massive Indonesian YouTube channel called FE101 channel.
FE101 channel
Everyone
on YouTube.
So if you search that,
Yeah, please do. FE101. Have you got a phone?
So give me your
Yeah, I will
email.
do.
I have another.
Yeah, I think even if you're a soulful person, you can't really reach your true soul potential while you think that you live on a ball and you come from a big bang and monkeys and all that sort of stuff. I think it holds you back. That's why they've done it. They've done it to break the soul, to damage, to prevent the soul from rising. Okay, my email. Oh, I don't have a phone number, but I'll give you my email. I don't have a phone number, but I'll give you my email address. Did a little bit of chalking. I don't know if you filmed that, but we got a little bit of chalk down, and that's been useful.
Yeah.
Trinity and at gmail.com.
It's really powerful what you speak.
Thank you. So we can email and then we can take it from there. Okay.
Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Shorta.
Shorta. I'm Dave.
Nice to meet you, David.
Likewise. I love meeting open-minded
And you
people.
too?
yeah.
Fantastic.
Keep
Have a great
contact,
life.
okay? Have
We'll
a
stay in
good
touch.
day.
Bye-bye, Shorta. Yeah, try and get like a close-up of the Earth is flat and hold it there for like 3 or 4 seconds because James will use it as a cutaway.
Yeah.
So film that one and then look up at here.
Yeah.
The body is standing at water level. When did they ever become? Good luck. Sea is level, water is level, earth is flat. Earth is flat to be lied to by the... Earth is flat, my brother. Check it out. People have heard of it, man.
You like one? Would you like one here?
Okay.
Would you like? Okay. Would you like? Would you like one? Would you like one? Here you go. Thanks, Critical Inception. Hi, Kieran, Ricardo, and Matty England,
Earth is flat, my friends. Earth is previously level at that.
Dave Trev, Tamo,
Information.
Plain Old Dave,
Your language will be
and
here.
DH. Seeking Star Water.
Water is always level. Water is always level.
Yeah, we seem to have a good location today by the market. So. So we're close to this big building. And this clock tower.
Busy, and it's here, so where I'm now, it is not.
And we've got the van right next to the banners.
Compass also on it. Zodiac. And then you have this question. Just click on it. The most popular questions you answer or your question, I will say, you will find it here. You just click it and it will take you to the answer. I think it's like $2.99 app costs, but it's worth it. Because you have all questions, all answers.
Would you like one?
Or go to this website, or just these codes, and you will gain some information. Yeah, and also you have the weather. You have the weather.
Would you like one?
Cloudy at 6 p.m., a little more cloudy, so light rain, more morning. It's all stuff, it's all in one. Never crossed this subject before. Or you did hear, heard about it. You think that is the first time? Are you local? Yeah, you're local. Good. So you understand English quite? I understand. Okay. Just understand it's quite enough. Yeah. Just or just go home and click this show or this poll on the plane. You can see radio shows every day. Just listen to people. All the guys who are talking, who are Polish,
There you go.
you know, that you see the one trying to flash. This is the truth, man. This is the power. This car that give us, you know, in school, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It has to drop it into your mind.
Would you like one?
That much it, you know, this land should be seen. Or in other cases, it should be miles should be seen. 3 miles should be below the horizon. That's 4.5 kilometers. Should be below the horizon, but it's not. It's all the hills. All the hills are straight.
Would you like one?
See the hills, the peaks are straight. That it shows you somehow that it's gonna curve. So it's very interesting stuff. No one's everything comes from logical to everyone. Everything. Just those two pictures. This is not our picture. 220, 212, and 213. What America shrinks. It's all CGI. It's all computer based. They give us. So we don't even know. We don't even have one real picture. That's why Oh yeah, you mean that this is just angle? How? How it's possible? How? How? Where? Where? It's not possible. You know what I mean? Look at the size. It's here. It's yeah, too big. Yeah, of course they want to make it big. You know that you see. Oh, America is so big. Oh, they are powerful. You know. That's it. Yeah. So just check it out. No problem. I just gotta pee.
Would you like one? Would you like one?
What's cake?
Sorry?
What's this about?
It's about the shape of the Earth, basically, and we're saying that the Earth is not a globe. Many people are saying this. Yeah. You heard of this subject?
Funny.
Would you like?
No.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, you're quite funny.
You think it's funny?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's funny?
Because I want to study physics
Okay.
and you film me.
Well, I won't film you if you don't want.
Okay.
Okay. I'll turn the camera on.
And no, there's absolutely
No way.
no
Well, do you
way
know what?
that,
There's an interview that I've seen recently with
an interview, one interview
Okay,
against all.
I didn't say one interview against all, I'm just talking about one in particular. It's basically, there's a channel called Wakey Wakey, and somebody called Mark...
Very, very
Okay,
trustfully.
you're being critical already before you've actually heard what I'm saying. So basically, there's a guy called Mark Knight, and he interviews a famous astrophysicist, and he asks her a lot of questions that she basically can't answer. I was watching this yesterday,
Okay.
and it's very interesting.
Okay.
In fact, actually, we travelled with somebody who debates astrophysicists all the time, and basically they look silly on YouTube by the end of it.
Yeah, so a lot of these people look silly on the internet. Oh, it's a live stream.
I stream live to. There's a lot of people that are trying to get this word out, man. Because have you looked at the formula for the curvature of Earth? That's an important one.
Yeah.
You know they say we live on a 24,000 mile falls, right?
Yeah, but it's all controlled by dangerous people.
Well, I don't know about that.
The
Let's
1% to control one thing that is.
around it. Yeah. Maybe. But maybe there's something more than that. Maybe it's more than the banking. Maybe it's more than the finance. Maybe it's more than the government. Maybe it's something much higher than that.
Aliens or
Not aliens. Remember, you don't have to worry about aliens if you live on a flat Earth, because there's no planet. Wouldn't you fall off a triangle?
I think it's a cat. We build on a flat Earth, then another cat, then all the things are pointing at a giant turtle. So the basically first giant turtle.
Okay. Well, you know what a turtle or a tortoise is also a code word for torus. And everything is actually, it seems to me, an electromagnetic torus system. So when you pick into that, but you have yet to work out that you don't have one scientific experiment that you could do to show that you're on the spinning ball. There's not one.
There is one. I found one on the internet.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which one?
Wait. Recently watched one.
Okay. Is it the Aristophanes, two sticks in a whale?
How it's called in English.
Because we're into science. We're into science
You're
that you and I
scientists,
can
yeah.
get. And I'm into science that we can test. Not science that's theoretical, like the religious science. So we call it scientism. That if something gets big enough, it'll start to have water form underneath it, lakes and all that will just form underneath the ball. And then people can magically walk underneath that ball. So people
So
are
it's
mostly,
a round Earth inside. We're inside
Ah,
the round Earth.
now it-
I love
now-
this theory. It's one of my absolutely.
Yeah. Now that's an electromagnetic universe, torus field theory. That actually we're on the center of like an orange. You cut an orange through the
Me
center.
and orange. Actually, kind of
There's definitely something fruity going on here.
or banana. Like
Yeah, I think we've been given a big banana by the system controllers to make us small, to minimize
I
us.
would love to discuss with you, but I have to go.
What's your name?
Emil.
ml. 8 inches per mile squared. That's the formula for the curvature.
That's the formula for the how
banana.
fast the
Well, you haven't done enough research yet, Emil. Let me ask you to do some more. There's a great documentary called 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Ball. Watch that one.
I watched
And-
1,000. That is.
And what about a funny thing happened on the way to the moon? That documentary that NASA faked the moon. Oh, not the flags. Go beyond the flag, my brother. Go beyond the flag. Go and look at things like the rocket scientists were all Nazis.
No.
We're from England.
Yeah. No. I mean, are you from this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cheers, Emil. I can film me. What's your name?
And one sentence.
Yeah.
What's your post?
Well, we don't have an organisation, but we're just
What you
people.
say?
We're saying that the Earth is flat,
Oh, okay.
and that all the governments have lied to us
Okay.
about
The Earth is flat. Okay. Welcome in the 14th century.
it. Well, you don't think we've been misled? What's your best scientific proof you live on a ball?
Don't film me. Just listen to me. It's so funny. I just thought about something like that, and it's funny to see people like you looking pretty normal, saying things like that.
Okay. What's your formula? What's the formula for the curvature of the ball Earth? Do you know that?
No. You're saying.
I'm saying we can't live on a ball.
You say we are flat.
I'm saying we can't live on a ball.
You say we are flat.
Yeah, I could say water is
Okay,
level.
that's it. That's okay. That's
Okay.
Water is level. Have you ever measured water to be bending like this? No, you haven't. No, you haven't, my friend.
Welcome
Why?
in the
Because water
14th
is.
century, my friend.
Well, I
your
think we're
your
still-
hair and bear is close to that. So you
still in the
you
dark
should
ages. We're still in
invent
the
the
dark
time machine, invent a time machine for you,
Yeah.
and go back to there. Then you are on the right place. Have a nice day.
So what do you
Take care.
think? What do you think
Take
the
care.
circumference
I'm
of the
not
Earth
speaking,
is?
I'm just listening. Don't film me. This is so stupid. What are you doing?
We're doing a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
We're going
but
around
I
Europe.
don't want
We're
be
trying
on
to
a
free
YouTube
the world's
channel.
mind because people have been kept in the dark ages by this ancient
I'm not-
elite.
I'm
Don't step back and film me.
I'm not. You're not even in it.
You are lying. You are Research Globe lying. You are lying to me.
No, I'm not, because you wasn't even in it just now.
Lying to me.
Well, you have come to
in
stand on
the
our patch.
second
Well, go
you are
check it.
standing
Check it
here.
for
Come to stand on our patch.
You say no lie and you are lying.
Go and check it for
Oh my
yourself then.
God. People, grow up. Babes, grow up.
It's hard for some people to understand this. The earth is flat, water is always level, sea is always level, there is no curvature in water. Water will not form into balls. Impossible. Your mind is held in a magic trick by scientism and NASA and Disney. Hi, Lisa. He was obviously wanting to make a bit of fun of us.
I'm fine. He obviously didn't want the conversation.
Ask for his grace proof. Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I asked him for his proof.
People are saying my lens needs a clean.
Yeah?
Have you got something to do?
Yeah, I'll give it a rub in a second. Earth is flat, brother. Water's level. Sea is level. When are you going to find a ball? How can you walk under a ball? Impossible. Impossible. Walk under a ball. You will fall off. Why don't you fall off your ball?
You like one?
How come you don't fall off the ball? Gravity is a magic non-force, just a mathematical theory. Aquaplana, aquaplax.
No.
Solo chiesi,
Follow
You need
me.
to ask me some questions. If you still think you live on a globe, please ask me.
Okay.
Please explain how it could be that you live on a globe. How it could be. Let me know if my audio drops out, guys, because I've just plugged in the microphone. Sea is always level, water is always level, Earth is obviously going to be level and flat.
Remember Bath
because
Trigger
Earth is
Town, yeah.
primarily water. Rocks don't float in space, my friends. There are no planets flying in the sky. This is all made up by Disney, NASA, and your government who would keep you small. Yeah, come back and I'll give you some science, proper science that you can test for yourself. Don't believe in theories. Theories are like theology. Just
Anybody that wants to debate is welcome to.
Just a belief. Theories are theology.
Rather than run away.
Have you lost my audio? Give me a 1 if you can. You got my audio there? Oh, it sounds okay, thanks. Hi Marilyn. The finale is on the 8th Sunday week. And it's not at Hyde Park, it's Earth is flat. Water is always flat. We never regress. Flat we like, we love where we live. We like to see our where we live, our friends. It's always flat.
Do you like one?
It's 3 o'clock in Bern. So hi, have you got any questions?
Here you go. Did I?
Water is always level. Sea level is constant on Earth. There's only one level of sea and 70% oceans are covering our Earth, our known Earth. Therefore, we say we live on a flat, stationary Earth. Flat, stationary plane of existence. You are the center of that existence, but your government and your scientisms, your leaders of your cult called science, would have you have none of it. They want you to believe that you are merely a Darwinian lucky strike. The Earth is flat. We've been lied to about where we live and here we are. The Earth is flat, flat and level. Hatten Sie check
Would you like one?
Terra plat. Terra plat. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. Terra plat. Terra plat. Earth is flat, brothers and sisters. The Earth is not a spinning ball. Spinning ball is by Disney, NASA. Earth is flat in level, flat in stationary.
Es gibt verschiedene, diese 5 Jahre, jetzt gibt es 5 Jahre in den Ländern.
flat. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. Check out some information for your mind. If you'd like to. You're welcome. Earth is flat, man.
Well, that building says 1643 on it, so I don't know if that's a Tartarian building or not.
Almost look like a leopard. Earth is flat. Earth is flat. Get a plug. Earth is flat. Got some information. Water is always level. Sea is always level. You are divine. You are central creation.
Merci.
There you go. Do you like one? There you go.
Truth is, water is always level, sea is always level, oceans are therefore level and flat. Our Earth has to be level and flat.
Would you like?
Earth is flat, my friends. Check it out. Earth is flat.
It's information about where we live, and also it's translated into French, different languages, German.
Earth is flat. The Tierra plat. The Tierra plat. Earth is flat. You have a man. Agua plat. Agua plat. Tierra plat. The Tierra plat. Earth is flat, man. Yeah. There's a little bit of the French. The Tierra plat. Tierra plat. Check this out. It's free. Information, man. Free your mind. Liberated from food.
Would you like?
Water is always flat and level. Check it out. Check it out. You've been lied to. The government is not your friend. The government is not on your side.
Would you like? Would you like me to? Very good. Would you like?
Und wo ist denn der Erste?
Hello. Do you speak English at all?
Yes.
Fantastic. I see you laugh, yeah? So I want to give you some information.
Sure.
Have you looked into flat Earth before?
I listened to a YouTube.
Okay. And what did they say?
I can't remember.
Okay. So they say we live on a globe.
Yes.
Yeah? And they say the globe is 24,900 miles in circumference. Which means we're like a marble or a ball. Okay? But it's mostly water. 72% water. Okay? So we've got a ball of water. They say that you can measure the curvature of the water, the bendiness of the water, at 8 inches in the mile square. 8 inches per mile square, which over 100 miles is about 2 kilometers of curvature. Or maybe that's a little bit, but it's bending. The point is that we can't measure water to be bending, because water is always level on the surface, right? Your drink, your swimming pool, the lake, it's always level.
But when it's less from the down?
Okay, but that's what we know with all the lakes, is that water has to be held inside of the lake. If you break the wall of the lake, what happens? The water's going to run away. So we think in our physics, what we can say is common sense, is that our Earth has to be in some kind of lake. A big lake. And in that lake are the big continents, and maybe a magnetic system that we can sail or fly east and west, around and around and around in a circle. Never do we go underneath. We've never gone underneath our globe. We've never flown underneath the globe. when they say they go to the South Pole, they're not necessarily going to the center of a ball, but they're going to a central point, which isn't necessarily on a ball. It could be, if you think of a watch or a clock, it could be on the outside of the clock. On the inside is the North Pole, where the spindle is, where the arms are. That would be the way that the Earth would work. But in reality, we can't get water to sit on a ball. It will just run off the ball and fall to the floor. The same is true with any object. Any heavy object that we lift up is going to fall back to the floor. We lift it up, we give it energy, we release it, and it falls back to the floor. Yeah? Yeah, it's basic science. It says that how do you get a rock to float, like a moon, to float in the sky or in space? And they give us these ideas of gravity, relativity, all these theories. But they're only theories, they're only ideas. They say, if that's a rock, then how is it going to stay in the sky? Well, what if it's just a light or some sort of energy system and it doesn't need to float because it's simply an energy because of light. It's not a physical thing. There's a documentary called A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon. This is NASA's own footage showing how they faked the moon landing. And when you realize they faked the moon landing, you start to look at the ISS, the International Space Station, a little bit more critically. And we realize that, gosh, their spacewalks, they seem to be doing it in a swimming pool because there's bubbles leaving them. Sometimes we see scuba divers in the shot. They've never done a 360 pan. They've never gone all the way around with a camera. So if you and I were in space, we would do all these funny twists and turns and things that people couldn't do. The spacesuit that they use, they've never tested it in a vacuum chamber on Earth. They've never put it in a man in a vacuum chamber in a spacesuit. And yet they go out there and they do it all the time. When they do the training, they train a spacewalk in a swimming pool. And they use the same suit then that they use in space. But in the swimming pool, there should be a lot of pressure pushing on the suit. And in space, negative pressure pulling on the suit. But the suit looks identical. So what if it's all
There you go.
Sorry? Technology to believe that
Do you speak English? No. No, I've got translations. What language do you speak? There's translations here.
It comes out of nothing and craziness and reluctance. The other option is that on a flat Earth, or that it's an enclosed system that's been created for us, then it puts us right at the center. And we don't have to have authorities like religion, government, people, scientists who they claim they know more about the world than we do. This is the world that we live in. This is the space that we live in. This is space around us. This is space. And we're meant to be able to explore this space and travel it as much as we like. We don't know what's below us. We don't know what's above us. But we think that there's maybe more land around us. And that's being hidden from us. Along with the truth and the reality about how important you are. Because if you, like I used to believe that I came from monkeys, like from evolution, from monkeys and from all of that stuff. And I used to believe that. But it makes you think that you're insignificant. It makes you think you're unimportant. And this is very much a big thing. This is why I go around and take my time to do this. Because when you realize that not only is it but actually it means that they talk to us about everything about who we are and what we are and what we're meant to be achieving while we're here in this life. Not chasing after the big bucks, not chasing after, all the glamour and all that, but chasing after the soul, seeking out the soul work, the vibration, the higher vibration. I sum it up like this. I say to people, what if the story of that guy called Jesus Christ is the story of you and you are the daughter of God. You are like he was the son of God. Well, you are the daughter of God, and you're meant to know that, and you're meant to know that you are a divine soul, having meant to be an exquisite experience. So that would be my summary. So that not only is the truth about who you are hides behind this lie. And you need to discover that for yourself. But only you can discover it. I'm just giving you what I think is okay. 5 minutes, go away, enjoy your life, have a fantastic life, but do it knowing that you might be way more. And keep doing the research. Turn off the Netflix. Turn off, turn off, don't spend all your energy on chasing. Like if you were a guy and I'd say, don't chase the warriors, don't chase the superstars and movies, because you are the superstar. You're meant to be the superstar, not someone out there. You don't put someone else's name on your shirt. We do this all the time. We put someone else's name on our brand and we take their identity rather than enriching our own. My name is Dave. Julia. Lovely to meet you, Julia. Young ladies, I hope you have a beautiful life.
Thank you.
Just keep doing your own research because your mind is as powerful as any other mind. Your capacity is as powerful as anyone else. Don't let anyone else tell you what to think. Think for yourself.
Thank you very much.
All the best, Julia. Bye-bye. Well, that was a nice interaction with those young ladies.
Yeah.
The earth is flat, my friends. We've been lied to about where we live and who we are. So, earth is flat, find this out for yourself. Research there on the moon. That's all they show. Earth, they say it's a ball and it's meant to have curvature. Bending water. But water doesn't bend. Not on the surface. Water is always level. On the surface when it's quiet and still. No wind. Okay, but it's never going to become a ball. It might get a little choppy. It might have a little meniscus, but it's never going to become a ball. Never going to become a ball. Yeah? Think about it. 8 inches per mile squared, sir. That's what they say. 8 inches per mile squared. Earth is flat, my friends. The earth is provably level and flat. Water is always level, 3 or 9.
Would you like one? Would you like one?
Give it a look. Well, we're saying that we've been deceived about who we are and where we live. And how do we know this? Because we've proven that water is always level. And we cannot show scientifically that the Earth is spinning. We cannot show it. The only evidence we have that Earth is spinning is from NASA and space agencies, government agencies. But if the only evidence we have of Earth as a globe is from NASA.
You think the Earth is flat?
That's right. That's right. Yes? Well, I thought so too, but actually, water is always level. You know, water, across a lake, 10 miles, we can take a torch and my friend can see me on the other side. And they say over 10 miles there should be 60 feet of curvature in the water. That's what they say there. We've got their formula here. 60 feet of curvature, because we live on a ball 24,000 miles. 60 feet. You know that your friend's not 60 feet. So how can you see your friend 10 miles away? If the water's not level, we know. If water's not level, the ship, if it goes over the edge, it never will come back. No, but if you live on a ball, they say when you look out to see a ship going away, then it's going over the ball. Okay?
Yeah, because
okay. That's right. So if it's going over the ball, is it going to sail back up the hill?
no.
Because ships, if you're going to take a ship down the mountains, you need locks, don't you? You need to stop the water, you need to lower the ship, and then you need to move it on the next level. Well, how can we live on a ball then? How can ships sail underneath a ball?
They don't sail underneath. Yeah.
But if my ship is on the top of the ball now, your ship is maybe on the bottom of the ball, right?
Yeah, but then yeah. But the ball is moving and there is
Do you think that we can demonstrate that physically, like do an experiment that showed that? No. But I could do an experiment of a flat Earth where I took Lake Lucerne, for example, and put a magnet in the middle and 5 continents around it.
How can be a map like
Well, you
that? How
think
can it be? Where is the end? because the ship is like, you know.
Ah, well, okay, think about the Earth as a clock. Imagine if the flat Earth was like a clock, and you could go around east or west around the clock, with the North Pole in the middle of the clock, and all the continents out from that.
Yeah, but the poles, we have two poles then.
Yeah, I mean, they say that there's a two poles, but we don't know that.
The circumference, the kilometers, one is just like where we are. So,
Well, okay, so when we realize that water is not going to sit on the underside of a wall, because that's what we're saying, is that there's lakes in Australia that are perfectly flat, and they're just gravity is just pulling that water to the lake. In reality, I would have to build a swimming. If I built you a swimming pool at your house, I would have to build it in a hole, and I would have to contain that. Okay, but remember what I said. Their formula says that for our Earth, it's 60 feet after 10 miles that the water's gone down, that the ship's gone down. So if I look at a ship 10 miles away, that's only 60 feet tall, and I take my powerful telescope, I can see it for another hour. And it's meant to have already gone over the edge of the wall. Think about that. If you take it, then you get in an aeroplane. But if, have you ever flown a plane over the Mediterranean, for example? So you look down on a clear day and you can see ships all over, right? For maybe 100 miles. And they're all like on a mirror. They're all on a flat water. Remember what I said? It's over 10 miles, it's 60 foot. Over 100 miles, it's 6,000 foot of curvature. You should obviously be able to see for 100 miles. You should be able to see. So I can see that one's coming up the wall. That one's well, what we can prove, we can't prove all of it, but what we can demonstrate is that water is level. We've done loads of experiments for that. We can also show using gyroscopes and other techniques that the Earth isn't rolling, the Earth isn't turning. We can demonstrate that. In fact, the science that was trying to prove that.
What do you think about the telescope, about the people that are looking for the planets that are moving around?
Okay. Well, well, okay. I mean, okay, but because the balls on a football pitch are round doesn't mean it's actually right? Or the balls or the lights on your roof might be globes. That doesn't mean your floor is a globe. Okay, so that's the first point. Just because we see something up there doesn't mean we're standing on a ball. Because we see what we think is a ball doesn't mean this has to be a ball.
This one function is like the other planets.
All right. Well, let's look at what we observe. When you and I look at the planets like Mercury, Mars, and Uranus, we look at those at night. What do we see? We see a star. Right? They just look like a star.
Yeah, but when you have a very big telescope, you can see more than stars.
Okay, so because the people who run this game have controlled our science, they've also had the ability to control technology. And when you buy a modern telescope, the modern telescope has got computer software in it that renders the image into something that looks more like Saturn and Mercury, like Venus and these things. So when you take an old-fashioned telescope or a high-powered camera, just a regular camera like a Nikon T900, you can do an 83 times zoom on that, and what you actually see with these planets is they're just lights. They just seem to be lights. That's what you and I can observe. NASA, again, tells me that it's a ball. But you and I can only observe lights with our own eyes and with powerful telescopes.
But what is the advantage to believe it's flat or round?
Do you believe in religion? Yeah. So what's the advantage, you think, for the religious people to have invented a religion? To control people, maybe?
No, because I think they needed something to explain in that time, something that they didn't know what.
So what if the people in this time need something to explain how they come to be here and so on? But the people who run the Vatican, for example, perhaps they didn't want you to ever know the truth. That's why they gave us these religions that...
Because it's a great time.
Yes, they all knew that.
Would
you believe that these builders who build these fantastic constructions that we can't build today, they all thought that the Earth was flat. Not only that, they built a lot of their structures, like the pyramids of Giza, based on the stars, right? And they lined the Giza pyramids up to the Orion's belt. Today, thousands and thousands of years later, those stars are still aligned to Orion's belt. How is that not? How is that possible unless the stars are in a rigid formation and they keep coming around the same place all the time? Because if we were in an explosion and they say we're moving in 4 different vectors, 4 different directions at the same time, and everything is moving at millions and millions of miles an hour, how is it possible that those 3 stars are still in alignment?
Because the other things are moving also the same as we're moving. It's like an opposite.
Okay. So think about it like this. Okay. One thing. Well, think about this. If you got to go. Okay. I don't want to. I've enjoyed the conversation.
Thank you.
Remember, water's always left.
Okay, I'm
Good
thinking
luck.
about it.
You do that.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Bye-bye.
There is water in different stages. No, observe. I don't know. In the winter time, it's more clearly to see or more.
It's about the shape of the Earth. There's a website inside. There's a website, festart.co.uk. You can check there and find out more information.
I can see farther. There is the atmosphere is like
Yeah, because you are higher.
yeah, but the
Yeah, atmosphere is down.
there. Why
Atmosphere is down. It's not up. Up is so. Yeah, it is so. That's why you see from up, down more. From the ground, you will not. You will just see maybe
Okay, so the atmosphere only
30,
covers my
40
side.
miles max on distance. You will see. That's it. Just observe with your eyes. Go search around, and then go further. You have here the. You can go.
I will have a look.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't believe it, but it sounds interesting.
I'm not here to convince you.
No, I like to hear other people talking about their.
Yeah. Just check it out and listen some of these
Okay,
radios.
but keep this. I
stations.
will throw it.
Ah, okay.
Keep this. I will throw it away anyways. Not because
It's okay.
I don't need it, but I will look it up. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Have a
Yo.
nice day.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Who this is?
Huh?
Oh, it looks like there's some issues.
It's police.
Looks like there's problems here. I think I'll.
Huh? Stop filming.
Right, okay. I'm going now.
It's not a